Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about when motivation is not enough, discipline takes over. Guys, in the last video I was just talking to you guys about how I've been feeling. These last couple of weeks I've been feeling a little bit slower. I've been feeling more tired, I've been sleeping in more, I've been not things that are not often necessary, like staying up late and eating late. Guys, I think I gained, like, in the last month or so, I'd say, probably put on about like 10 to 15 pounds just off the strength of eating late and not following the regimen and, being out of the gym for about, a month, I think, So the funny thing about it, guys, is that, like, now, like, a body in motion tends to stay in motion and the body at rest tends to stay at rest. So, like, now that I'm feeling this lethargy, now that I'm feeling this way, it's like, I'm gonna be in such a position to stop, you know what I mean? I'm in a greater position to stop because I'm already, like, at rest, you know what I'm saying? I'm already, like, at a body at rest. So, in all things, I have to just remember that, like, when you're not feeling motivated, that's when you have to have the discipline come into full effect, because the discipline is heavy lifting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, stretching on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And the funny thing is, like, guys, I feel better when I do those things. I feel better when I stop eating at 6 o'clock. I feel better when I don't eat too much junk food and refined carbohydrates. But, like, sometimes you just get caught up. I don't know about you guys, but I do. Sometimes I get caught up, I don't want to sit here and tell you. It's just my story. I don't want to get caught up. Sometimes I get caught up. I get caught up in the feeling of, like, getting to sleep in and, like, getting to cuddle up and, like, I get caught up in the feeling of getting to eat whatever I want, whenever I want. And I understand that's not always the most conducive thing. That is not the most conducive thing. Because then it throws you out of alignment. Then I'm not, like, because, like, my whole thing is, like, trying to get more aligned with nature, I'll get up early, but I won't stay up, I'll get up, but I'll like go back to sleep or something like that, And I'm just like to myself, after a while, I start to not beat myself up because, like, it's not that deep, but, like, I start to be hard on myself, I start to feel a certain way. I start to feel as though that I'm like, I should be doing more. And then as a result, I, like, feel guilty about it, but, like, but that's not reality, you know what I'm saying? That's not reality, because what you're thinking about is you're just, like, wanting to make sure you have more money so that you can, like, pay bills, and the thing about it is, I was just like, as I come to you guys today, I'm talking to you guys today, it's like, I have everything I need. Right now, I have gas in the car, I have a friend to go see, I have a phone. I gotta go change my phone number, or at least change my provider so I can get a better deal on the phone. But, yeah. Beyond that, man, everything is everything. So it's like, well, I say this to say that, like, when you're not feeling motivated, you have to rely on your discipline, So that's why I'm relying on my discipline to keep me sane. We're back on the dusty trails, because, like, I think my whole thing is that, like, I start to like almost, like, I can feel myself, like, letting go, you know what I mean? And then I'm just like, okay, so I put on a few pounds, I've make, like, okay, I didn't cut my hair or something like that, I gotta trim my beard. Every Friday's gotta be grooming day. So it's like, if I'm not taking advantage of the regimens and the things that allow me to feel special, that allow me to feel beautiful, then I start to feel worse. So I think that's interesting. It's interesting that, like, the less I take care of myself, the worse I feel, and then the worse I feel, the less I want to take care of myself. So that's where that discipline really come for you. You know what I'm saying? That discipline really is what's needed in order to freaking not dive off the deep end. So yeah, I don't know. And the funny thing about it is, like, I can have nothing, but as long as I'm, like, just working out and reading my Bible, like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though everything is okay and everything is. So it's like, I'm not working out at this time as I'm recording this video. I haven't been to the gym in a couple weeks. Say it with your chest, because you didn't do it. So I haven't been to the gym in a couple weeks, and I have been somewhat haphazard with my dietary and focus, and my social medias and stuff like that. I think it was 8 days I didn't post a video in like 8 days. You know, we still go live every day. We go live every day, no question. You know, that's not even an issue. But still, you know, I'm trying to make sure that I'm consistent on all things, and like trying to, you know, just make sure that I'm posting where I'm supposed to be posting and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So in all things, guys, I just say that, like, in all things, guys, I just say that you have to rely on your discipline when your motivation is not there, because they talk about motivation wanes, motivation comes and goes. So I say I can't motivate you, you know what I'm saying? I can't motivate you or anything like that. I just can show you guys the tools of discipline, some of the things that I use in my life in order to help me stay strong, you know, and stay focused on the path of self-discovery rather than the path of self-destruction. Okay, guys, so with that, I bid you adieu. Love you guys. Peace.